A very happy morning, my dear children. As yesterday we were reading, we were understanding the poem The Sailor, and half of the poem was left. So today we will be completing this poem. But in the very first part of the poem, yesterday I told you that this poem, The Sailor, is about a child who is highly imaginative. And what does he see? One day he sees a boat that belongs to Madhu. This boat was tied at the bank of the river in Rajganj. It was uselessly laden, means it was filled with what? It was filled with jute and uselessly idle without doing anything, without any movement. It was standing at the bank of the river long. For a long time, it was not in use. So he thinks that he would borrow this boat from Madhu and he would make some necessary arrangement by putting hundreds of oars, by hosting five, six, or seven sails, and then he would go on a sea journey. But he says that he would never move his boat towards a market, towards a stupid market. Why does he use this word stupid? He calls the market stupid because in market, what market is a place where what kind of things we find? Money, business, chaos, and all these things are uninteresting for the child. He is not at all interested in all these things. What he wants to explore a fairyland. And he says that he would sail across the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland, means to a farthest distance he would sail. And when he look at his mother, he says, "Mother, you don't cry," because he was going to come back very soon, maybe by the same evening. He would not take that much of time as Ramchandra had taken for in his 14 years exile. So let's move further. Next stanza. See, what does this say? I shall become the prince of the story and fill my vote with whatever I like. He's saying that I shall become the prince of the story. He's saying that he's going to make his own story. He's going to um, be the writer of his own fortune. And in this story, he himself will become the prince and fill my boat with whatever I like. He says that he will fill his boat with whatever things he like, means he will not fill necessarily with jute. He will fill it with whatever he likes. As you can see in the illustration also, he has filled all what things he has filled, some jewels, some fruits. So he's saying that he will fill his boat with whatever he will like. It's not necessary that he will fill the things that are required for day to day life. He will fill his boat with things that are very superficial, that are very extraordinary, or whatever he would like. I shall take my friend Ashu with me. See, dear friend, what is he saying? That he would take his friend Ashu with him. Why? Why he is telling that he will take Ashu? Because when you are going on a journey, it is always good to have a companion, because with that companion you can share all your feelings. You can have more fun when you are doing some adventurous activity, and sometimes you need somebody with whom you can share what you feel. So he is saying that he would take his friend Ashu with him and he would not be alone. We shall sail. Sail means travel in a boat with the sails. Merrily means happily. He's saying we. Now who are these we here? Here we means the speaker and his friend Ashu. We shall sail. He's saying that they will travel in a boat with sails. And how? Happily. How will they sail? Happily across the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. Where they will sail? They both will sail to a distance too far, that is seven seas and 13 rivers. Come on the next stanza. We shall set sail in the early morning, when at noontide you are bathing at the pond. We shall be in the land of a strange king. He is saying that we shall set sail. He's saying that he would begin his journey. He, along with his friend Ashu, would begin his journey, sea journey, early in the morning. When? Early in the morning, maybe around 4 o'clock, maybe around 3:30. When at noontide, noontide means at the noon time, you are bathing. You are bathing. You is who here? You is the mother of the speaker. You are bathing. Bathing means taking a bath at the pond. See, in village, you people might have seen that many people go to pond area, and there they do their daily activities, means bathing, washing of clothes, and all these things. So he's saying, and means early in the morning, hardly anyone goes there. They go during daytime. So he's saying that he will start his journey early in the morning, when in the village people would be busy in their day to day routine. At that time, he would be sailing across seven seas and 13 rivers of the fairyland. We shall be in the land of a strange king. And after crossing the distance of seven seas and 13 rivers, he would find himself in the land of a strange king. A strange king means some unusual king who is not very common in the general world, in this world. We shall pass the ford. Ford means a shallow place in a river where one can cross the river without using a boat, means where you can walk also in the water. Of Tripurni, a river, if not fictional, probably in the old Bengal, means if it is not fictional, if it is not imaginative, so this river might be somewhere in old Bengal. And leave behind us the desert of the Panther. He is saying that they will pass what? The ford. Ford means a shallow place in the river where one can cross the river without using a boat. Means they will cross it while walking. Of Tripurni, and Tripurni is a river, an imaginary river in Old Bengal. And they will leave behind us what? The desert of the Panther. They will also leave behind them what? Desert of the Panther. Desert of the Panther is a desert is what? Desert is a sandy area where you find hardly any vegetation or no vegetation. When we come back, it will be getting dark, and I shall tell you of all that we, Speaker and Ashu, have seen. I shall cross the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. He's saying when we come back, it will be getting dark. And he's saying that when he would be coming back from the sea journey, what? And I means the speaker shall tell you. Here, you is who? You is mother. Speaker is saying that he would tell each and everything to his mother of all that we means speaker and Ashu have seen. Means during this whole sea journey, whatever they have encountered, whatever they have seen during the sea journey, they will tell each and every detail to his mother. I shall cross the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. Again, he is emphasizing on this line that he would cross this. Where is this fairyland? This fairyland is quite far, and he would be able to reach this fairyland only after crossing the seven seas and 13 rivers. So, means in his imagination, he wants to wander to a place that is quite imaginative, and he wants to cover a distance that is quite a long distance to reach that fairyland. Now, my dear students, we have seen that this line, the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland, has been repeated two times in the poem. The repetition is known as refrain. What is this known as? Refrain. See, this 13 seven seas and the 13 rivers, not even two times, three times it has been repeated. Okay, so three times it has been repeated in the poem, as I show you in the poem. See, here he has talked about I should say sail the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. Then again across seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. Then again in the end, seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. This has been repeated how many times? Three times this poem has been repeated, and this is known by the name of a refrain. This technique, this poetic technique is known as refrain. Now, what is refrain? Refrain is a line or group of lines that regularly repeat that at the end that regularly repeat itself at the end of a stanza in a poem or at the end of a verse in a song. Means when it comes again and again, then what is this technique called? This technique is known as reference. So this is again a literary device. My dear children, please do learn these devices. See, in this poem we have learned two literary devices. What are these two? One is refrain and the second one simile, figure of a speech. So please do learn. Now what is simile, figure of a speech? When we compare one thing to another using the words as or like is known as simile, figure of a speech. And what is refrain? Refrain is something when a line or a phrase or a group of words is repeated 2-3 times in a poem or in a song, either at the end of a stanza or at the end of a verse, then it is known as refrain. So two poetic devices you people have learned during the explanation of this poem. Now there are two questions that I have prepared for you people. Sorry, three questions. What does the poet intend to do by sailing in Madhu's boat? What does he intend? He intends to go to the fairyland after crossing seven seas and 13 rivers of Tepantar. And come with your ideas, your answers. What time will he set sail? That is very easy. What will he do after coming back? That's also too easy. I will be discussing the answer later. First, you try to find out on your own. Now, what you people have to do, see children, again I am telling you, always there are some instructions written over here. See, write all the word meanings in your book and answer the question in your practice notebook. See, this is written. But this is a continuous problem, my dear children, that you people are not looking for the instructions. I have highlighted it in yellow color. See, this is such kind of instructions you people are getting in almost each and every PDF file, but you people don't read these instructions. You people don't even listen to me what I am saying. You people have to read these instructions carefully. Every day I am getting one or two calls for this only, that ma'am, where we have to do this work. Please, it is clearly mentioned. Please read it and follow whatever is written in the instructions. Okay. Now second thing children, I had given you one creative writing and I asked you people to send it to me by last Saturday. But see, today is Thursday and I have got a very poor response from you people. Hardly a few students, means I must say only 3-4 students sent me this composition of this visit to Taj Mahal. See, I had given you so many introductory lines like India has rich historical past reminisced from the majestic and imposing monuments like the Taj Mahal, and what you people have to write in body. Conclusion, beauty could inspire poets. Means I have given you so many beginning lines, so many vocab words, phrases, idioms, and I advised you through, and I had given you one example also in the previous video, that how you have to utilize all these words in your composition, but you people are not able to do so. Again I am sending you this giving you this paragraph of Taj Mahal as a sample essay. See, I had given you so many words. See, I have highlighted all these words and phrases and quotations that I had given you to use these in your composition in my essay. See, India perhaps is among few countries of the world which is blessed with a rich historical past. It was given in the introduction part. Some glimpses of its glorious history can be reminisced from the majestic and imposing monuments spread across the length and breadth of the country. One of these monuments is Taj Mahal that finds its place among the seven wonders of the world. The famous poet John Keats once said, "A thing of beauty is joy forever." This was again given in the hint lines, quotations. These words of his are very true if we talk about the beauty of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal has seen many weathers, but its beauty attracts thousands of tourists from all over the world every year. This was built by Emperor Shah Jahan in loving memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal more than 350 years. See, my children, whatever I have highlighted in this first paragraph, it was all were given these all like this rich historical past, reminisced from majestic and imposing monuments, a thing of beauty is joy forever. These all lines were given where? In your hints. See, India has reminisced with from magical past imposing monuments like Taj Mahal and a thing of beauty is joy forever. All these things I had given. A thing of beauty is joy forever. See, I have used all these words and I will be using these all words in this paragraph. See how I have highlighted. You please go through this paragraph, okay? I had wished then body preparation. I had wished to see this monument and was thrilled to learn that my friends had made a plan to go on a trip to Agra during the Shera vacation. To materialize the plan, we all started packing our clothes, eatables, and other necessary items. Early morning, we set forth from Gurugram by car for the 4-hour drive to Agra. The journey was a memorable experience with friends and music. The excitement doubled when we reached Agra. Leaving the car in the parking, we trudged along on foot towards the ticket counter. By the time we got the ticket, it was late afternoon. The entrance was through a majestic gate made of red stone. The glowing, splendid white Taj Mahal viewed from here presented a picturesque word I had given over there, and magnificent sight. The monument stood on a raised and square platform at the farthest end of the complex. In front of was a lush green garden which had four pools which reflected the charming monument. The river Yamuna flowing behind it gave it a divine look. Slowly winding our way through the bustling crowd, we reached the monument. It seemed that it was whispering. It was witnessing. That I was witnessing a dream in marble which sparkled in late afternoon sunlight. On the four corners of the monument were four graceful cylinder minarets which were beautifully embedded with precious gems and stones. The main structure comprised a central dome flanked by four subsidiary dome, dome chambers. Beneath the central dome were the two gravestones around which we moved. The actual graves of Emperor Shah Jahan and his wife Mumtaz Mahal lay beneath them in the basement. The walls of the main structure and the dome had such beautiful carving that I must say it stands second to none. Seeing the precious stonework, one could not help wonder the great mastery of the artist who had created this attractive structure. It seemed as if each wall of the monument was whispering about the time it was built in. The main structure was indeed a noble gesture of an emperor expressing his love for his beloved wife. Really, it is not just a monument, it is a symbol of love. It was, however, heart rendering to learn that the master artist had their head amputated so that they could not create a similar structure elsewhere, and this moving story makes the monument worth its weight in gold. As luck could have it, there was a clear sky. A sigh escaped my lips as I watched the milky monument in moonlight. I was speechless for a moment. It could inspire great poets. What the beauty of Taj Mahal could inspire great poets. Sir Edwin Arnold has rightly said, not a piece of architecture as other buildings are, but the proud passions of an emperor's love wrought in living stones. See, I have used all the phrases, all the words that I had given you people to utilize in this essay. Please, the you need to write this way your composition with the help of hints. Again, I am giving you today one more topic, and I want you people to write the paragraph on this topic and send it to me by Saturday. See, what is this about? Since the day deadly COVID-19 has hit India, life of Indians has come to a halt. We are left with nothing except the fear that it is doubled when we are updated with the data of the infected people presented by the news channels. This further adds to the negativity all around us. We should remember that one can never win over a difficult situation with negative thoughts. So, amidst the times of stress, it is always best to keep busy, to blow our anger, our fear, and energy into something positive. Being busy pushes our boundaries and influences us to jump off our comfort zone. Our mind is constantly switched on and develops us as a person. Busyness might induce us into exploring a new skill, learning about our abilities and everything we can achieve. Just the fact that we have multiple things to do teaches us how to organize, prioritize tasks, as well as help us to learn the most efficient ways of getting through our responsibilities. Being busy means we don't have any time for negative thoughts, and instead we are focusing on things that truly matter. In short, we start realizing that busy life is a blessing. Now you have to write what is your topic for the composition. Busy life is a blessing. Now, when you are at home in quarantine, we all are in quarantine, staying at home, in order to obey the government's decision for your well being, what keeps you busy nowadays, how you feel, and state the benefit of keeping yourself busy. Now, see, you are busy in what? You are busy in your studies. Your school has started online classes, so you are studying, you are doing your home task, you are doing your home assignment, you are understanding your chapters. So all these things you can mention in this paragraph. Now, how you can start your, I have given some beginning lines for starters for your introduction part. You can either start your paragraph introduction part with the busy bee has no time for sorrow, and you can explain this thought. Busy bee has no time for sorrow means a person who always keeps himself busy has no time for sorrow means does not get any time to get anything negative all around. And if he will not be negative, he will not be full of sorrow. Or second line is stay as busy as be in the work that you want to accomplish, so that no one can stop you from achieving. So these are the two beginning lines. You can start your work with any introduction with any of the beginner, or you can use your own also. Now body, let's come to the body. What all things you can include in your body? You can introduce your homeschooling online classes. You can tell us about comfort zone, that how you have come out of your comfort zone. Earlier you people were not exposed to your mobiles too much. Now you people are making the use of technology. Okay, you are learning new skills. You are learning about PDFs, PPTs, assignments. Okay, online classes. Okay, so you can write about new skills, new abilities. This might have helped you to develop some new abilities also. You have to organize your work, that from what time to what time you have to do your school assignments, from what time to what time you have to entertain yourself, from what time to what time you have to play with your family members. So better organization, and you have to finish all your work also. Selecting priority, and you have to during these days you can mention that you have learned how to prioritize the things, that first you have to give importance to which task, and second, at second number you have to bring which task. Learn to make a to-do list. You have learned to make a to-do list, that what all things you have to do in which are, and you are putting a tick that whatever is done improves mental health, that you find that your mental health is improved as you are doing Gayatri mantra, Om chanting every day, you are doing practicing some yogasans. So become responsible, you have become responsible, now you are doing your work on your own, nobody is pushing you to do your work. Boosted confidence, and this way you have also boosted your confidence, means this has helped you to boost your confidence. Positive thinking, so all these things you can use, you can extend all these ideas to make your body. Then conclusion, for conclusion, see, excess of anything is harmful. Now excess of anything, see, if you keep yourself busy in all that for the whole day in your studies only, then also it is not good. You need to find out a little time, means maximum 1 hour, minimum half an hour for your recreational activities. That can be watching some good educative program on Discovery, National Geographic, or playing a smart game like chess with your family members. And then after entertaining yourself for some time, you feel fresh and you are back to work. So these all things you need to include in your paragraph. I have given some of the So these all things means these are the codes, these are the words, hint, value points, and these are again two. One, excess of anything is harmful is a quote. So you people can utilize all these things in your essay, and you people need to send this essay to me by Saturday. Please do that. Have a good day.